computer. Like, where's the cloud at? Okay, okay, everybody, welcome to Team Motivates. First, the try again team weekly call. I definitely will want to, put this in place every week. I have learned that today, even being running this game solo and school and swim, I can feed those kids, put them in a tablet because they've been in school and swim. I don't feel guilty that I can get on here and do this. So this is a good thing. I want to keep this going weekly. We'll have topics. I'll try to get, people on here. I think it's what we need, something we've been missing. This is where we're going. So, and then like I was talking before, this call, my initial thing that I wanted to talk about in this call was expanding our network, because I do know, like I was mentioning earlier before I hit record, the way we were able to expand our network, the way that I was able to grow my network it is different. It's a different beast now. There's different things to be done. And then also I want to talk about the training that I did with Malin Jensen, who I found out is like the number one coach in the whole network. Like, she's the first person, like her coach ID is 1, apparently. And so that this woman knows, and she comes from a network marketing background. She was kind of like corporate in another business. And then here she became a distributor, So anyway, so I want to talk a little bit, not going to go into so much of everything in there because I think that's going to be too much. But it's going to be involving of the expanding the network and how we're going to be building, what our focus should really be. And I was mentioning, sorry to repeat this, ladies, but we didn't hit record before. But I was talking, it's like, we know that people out there are wanting what we have. Everybody needs health. Everybody needs money. I mean, it's just the thing. But it's the way that we're going to find the people that we can connect with, because who I'm going to connect with is going to be different than who Carmen connects with, who's going to be different than Lee connects with, Shannon, like Robin. Like, everybody is going to be different. And we have to, that was part of the video that I shared. You're talking about who your avatar is, who your network marketer is, because if you're trying to talk to everybody, you're talking to nobody. Hi, Gracie. So that's why I wanted you guys to watch that video, so we could talk about the whole avatar, talk about how we're going to expand our network, talk about the things that, where we're going to meet people. Because you guys, ladies, when I first started and, talk to Chastity, because I think she's probably one of the people that I did meet outside of a Facebook ad that actually met her in a Facebook group. Back then, the Facebook groups really worked because, there wasn't, now there's so many mamas out there that are hustling. And I'm not, talking bad about anybody else's hustle. That's what their passion is or whatever. But we're all doing that, And if you watch that video, Kim says that. He's like, when we started doing this, when coaches, when this network started going really big, we were in the beginning of the wave of social media networking. When I first started, it was still home parties and stuff like that. So there wasn't that many people on social media, on Facebook, hustling, trying to share their products with other people. And now there is. So it's, to me, I feel like, the whole group thing it's great to be in a group if it's truly something that you're going to get help out of, you know what I mean? But you're not going to go in there and it's not going to be the way it was before. It is still a good resource, you know what I mean? And so that's why, that video I thought was really good at the way that, they were talking, starting with your friends list, figuring out who your avatar is. I really, really think getting that, I know it's really hard to build that Facebook page and it can cost some money when right now we're trying to make money to put in there. But if we can follow the steps and figure out who you can target directly to those, it is a good way to build that network to reach to people that you can't reach on a normal basis. But it does start off with your friends and family, right? Starting with them, seeing who they can refer us to, and seeing, and one of the things that was in the training that I was on Okay, so the training that I was on, just to back up, I'll tell you guys, I know I'm sorry I'm all over the place, but the training that I was on was really talking about how we can build volume. And we do know that, you know, I'm not saying that we're not going to be focusing on like Success Club or Challenge Packs, because that is oh, yes? What did you say? I told you I can talk to you in a little bit, okay? You want to say hi real quick? Say hi, ladies. Hi, ladies. Okay, go back to the playroom. I don't know what it is. I'll see it in a little bit, okay? He's so cute. Train of thought. Where was I? Oh, so the training, because, you know, the ultimate solution for people who are coming to us for health and weight loss, the best thing is a challenge pack. Not because we're getting 2 points, but because they're getting over 600 workouts at their fingertips, an amazing shape that's going to take care of so many things, help them in so many ways, and portion control containers. So of course we always want to lead with that. But one of the things that I think, because we're so Success Club focused, like Success Club, we got to get the points, that as soon as somebody says they don't want either Shakeology or they don't want all the workouts, or you know what I mean, we back up and kind of go next, because we want those points. But we have to like get past that. Okay, so what is it that you don't want that whole thing? You know, maybe they just need to start off with the workouts, and that's fine. We're going to help them get on the workouts, and eventually they're going to get so bombarded with Shakeology anyway. They're going to probably want to try it, you know, or if it's the other way around. I do know, you know, I have one coach who her audience right now doesn't want to do workouts because they're scared. You know, they're afraid to move in that way. They think that all the workouts are a little too intense, you know, so it's like, so, okay, fine. If they don't want that, let's get them on Shakeology. Or you talk to somebody and they're like, hey, you know, I'm a CrossFitter. I already do the gym thing. I do this. Then we're like, oh, okay, next, because there's not going to give us the points. And that's what we need to stop and be like, okay, but we have a performance line. We have an amazing energized, you know, a pre-workout drink. We have recovery drinks. If you're a runner, we have a hydrate that can help you with those long runs. Like, we have different solutions, you know. We don't even talk about, we have skincare. We have a skincare line, but we don't get points off that, so we haven't really talked about that, you know. Like, so I think that whole training for me has been a real focus. Like, now we need to figure out, like, we want to lead with the challenge pack because we get the 2 points. Yes. But that's not the reason why we're going to lead with that. We're going to lead with that because that's going to be their best solution. But if they don't want that, we don't stop. And then another thing that, you know, that was eye-opening for that training that I got was, and I have this problem, and I talked to a lot of coaches that were on there. They're the same way. It's like, okay, so we get our 2 points, and then we don't care if they stayed on Shakeology the next month because we already got our 2 points. So like next, you know, and that's the thing. If we want to build volume, if we want to build that residual income that works, so we get down the line of somebody, you know, in our family gets sick and we can't be on, you know, social media for a week or so. It's not going to hurt us that bad because we have residual income coming in. That's the whole reason about network marketing, of why it's so amazing, because you have that, you can build that residual income. So we need to figure out ways to keep people on their Shakeology, to keep telling them the benefits, the reasons why they need to be drinking it. You know, for me, and you know, I'm an old person because I've been drinking it for 8 years. So it's really, if I've been drinking, you know, so I have that story, but we need to come up with more stories. We need to come up with a whole arsenal of things to try to show people how important it is. That just 1 month of being on Shakeology is not enough. Like, they need to be on it forever because they're not going to get the nutrients that they need in just a normal thing. Like, we know that the apple is not the same apple as it was today as it was like 5 years ago or 10 years ago. Shoot, we don't even know if the apple's good. Everybody lies to us anyways, you know, like, we don't know. I've been watching way too many documentaries. My brain, ask Shannon tells me I need to stop because I'm getting really scared. Now there's fleas with the plague and I'm really freaking out right now. Shannon's like, stop looking at the trending. Anyways, but you know what I'm saying? And so with Shakeology, at least we know we're getting that, but sometimes we don't express that enough. You know, we're not sharing that enough so that people realize that it's not just a 30-day thing, that this is it's your multivitamin. You don't take a multivitamin for 30 days and then stop buying it, right? Like, you got to be taking it. And that's what that. So those are all the things that on this, I have my notes over here, so I keep putting over here. That call was all about. And then with the whole expanding our network, and so now it's like, okay, we know the what's. We know why we're doing this. Now we need to figure out how the hell we're going to do it. How are we going to reach these people? And that's the big question, right? Like, and that's what we need to, like, I mean, this call is for. I mean, I don't know all the answers. And that's what I'm going to be completely honest. I don't know the answers, but I know that the answer is there. And I have absolute belief that the answer is there. But it's like, how do we reach the people to show the value? And so that's where we're at right now. I don't know. But anybody, so you guys have any like thoughts or anything that you guys didn't watch the expanding the network video that we want to share that was like an aha moment that was, oh, this sounded weird, or like Lee was like, you know, I watched a little bit and I realized maybe I shouldn't be doing this. You know, was there anything that you guys saw out of that video that like was catchy?
Well, you know, me, I think when I was looking at it and making notes of like my my avatar, I don't know if I'm looking for people like me, they're already doing this already. Do you have that? I don't know. Because most of my group of people that like the things I like are exercising.
Yeah.
Well, I think my biggest thing is that I have people that want the easy fix, and that's what I'm running into. I'm getting the, oh, so you can do this, but how long do I have to do it? Or can I do this? It's like, no, it's a consistent thing. It doesn't happen, you know, in 2 days. It doesn't happen in 5 days. Everybody wants the quick fix because they see these peels and they see these Instagram posts with the big booties and the big, you know, they're all like, oh, I can get a big booty without having to do squats. It's like, that's great, but I promise you it's gonna sag in a day or so. You know, that's the thing that I'm running into. I'm getting lazy people and the quick fix people.
Yeah. And they'll never go away because there's always going to be the next quick fix.
Yeah.
You know, we live in that society of the next quick fix. And I think that's where we come into place of like showing ourselves being consistent, and that they're always going to want the quick fix because McDonald's isn't going anywhere. As much as people have been trying to get that, they've been suing them, they've been doing all this stuff, they're not going anywhere. So it's going to always be there. But if we are being that voice, like constantly showing that we're still here, we're still seeing results, you know, not that we need to be a certain size, but that we're still here and we're still doing good, but we're still real. You know, that we're still real people. We're not smiling all the time, you know, that we're, you know, sharing parts of our lives. One thing that I'm learning on the Social Team Builder, you know, is like you just learning to be more of a real, letting people in on your lives, that makes us stand out too, out of all the other voices, you know what I mean? That and we're targeting the people that they're going to relate to us. Like Lee, your avatar, the people are already into fitness, but are they already into the eating good? Are they into the supplements? Are they into helping other people? So they need to maybe not be a challenger, but they need to be a coach, you know? So they're already over here on this side. So that's where we got to start thinking outside the box. Like, and I think the problem is, and it's my fault. I mean, but it's, you know, because we teach Success Club, Success Club, Success Club, Success Club. You know what I mean? And we do because that's just the thing that we're in. But when you go here, the literally coach ID #1 saying, no, we build on volume. We build and we teach her whole thing. And I've heard this before from other coaches, but like really hearing it and seeing the graphic that she was giving is like, we need to, first of all, need to be a team of duplication. You know, so when you're building your own team, you have to think about, okay, am I doing right here? Something that my coaches can do. Like and that's something that I need to like really focus on, like the trainings, the things that we give. Is it something duplicable? Like the way that I bring Lee on, can Lee go and do the exact same thing? Am I teaching a good way for her to bring on her new coach? And I know that I am lacking in that part, you know? But making things simple and duplicatable and becoming a team of emerald builders. Like you need to build it. Like it's not so much like being a diamond, it's being an emerald builder. Like you become an emerald and you teach your coach to be an emerald, and they teach their two coaches to be an emerald, and then they teach. You know how many levels that goes down and how much that volume brings up? Like she shared a number, I'm going to bring it up right now, about the difference between being an emerald builder with 500 PV a month, being an emerald builder. Like you know how to become an emerald and you can teach your coaches to become an emerald, versus just being just a diamond. And the income that brings in is like, why are we trying to go for diamonds if we want to be able to pay our bills, you know? So hold on. I just want to get that number real quick. Okay. So she called this thing, it was called, okay. So it's called 500 PV Emerald Tribe. So if you, like, and it's 1, 2, 3, it's 4 levels down. So it's basically like, okay, I keep picking Lee because she's right next to me. So I'm sorry. I look because I have my screen a little bit this way and I see Lee. So it's like, so Lee would be there, right? And we get a system going where we are consistent at making 500 PV. That means we're selling product, whether it's challenge packs or energize or whatever, that we're equaling 500 PV a month, right? That's our income that we're bringing. And then you become an emerald, which you are, and then we teach your two coaches to be a 500 PV coach, and they become emeralds, and then they teach their to be emeralds. So we'll end up having 15 coaches underneath you. That's a lot of volume. That's about 7,500 volume every month. And that's going to be about 447 by being able to do that. So that's a month. And so that 500 PV Emerald Tribe, you're going to be averaging about 447. Okay, and just because we're recording this is probably going to go on YouTube, I would make Legal happy that we do not guarantee any money. It all depends on how hard you work. Nobody's giving you anything or promising you anything. You got to work. Okay, done with that. I don't want anybody getting mad at us. Anyways, so that's a 500 PV Emerald Tribe. That's just being an Emerald coach and you building Emerald coaches, okay? If you're just a diamond coach, like you just became a diamond coach, like how we've been training, how I've been training, you get your 8 coaches and only get 2 of them to be emerald, and you're diamond, you're probably going to be making about $54 a month. So if you look at the difference between rank and volume, rank is great. Now, take one step back. If you are driven by recognition, like there's different types of people. Hold on, my dog, my big monster wants to go outside. Hold on. So there's we're all driven by something different, right? Some people are very, very driven by recognition, and some people are driven by other things. So this way of going is, if you're driven by recognition, and there's nothing wrong with that, then the traditional way of what we're doing is what work out better. But this will all end up eventually, we become really good at this, rank and money will line up. But yeah, so if you become a classic diamond, a 90 PV diamond, like you have 90 PV coaches that all they're doing are like kind of like discount coaches. They're not building a business. They're not building a team. They're just staying on Shakeology to keep them active, right, every month. So you're a classic diamond that's everybody's just going for 90 PV every month. You're going to be making about $54 a month versus being an emerald, teaching your coaches to be emeralds, teaching their coaches to be emerald, and being a 500 PV every month, like selling Energize and selling, Derm Exclusive, like just getting people the products, like meeting the people where they're at, not trying to get them to come where you are at, So if you become a classic diamond of 500 PV, so like you have 2 coaches that are emerald, you know, a classic diamond would be, you have like a volume about 1080, you know, like you're just, I'm sorry, let me look at this. 500 PV diamonds, so you have about a 6,000 volume every month. You know, you only have 2, you have your 8 coaches and only 2 of those coaches are emeralds. You don't have any other emeralds on your team, but you have coaches that are making at least 500 PV every month. You'll be making about $485 a month to be a classic diamond 500 PV, meaning you have people that are working their business, but they're not building their own team, right? Now, if you're a diamond strong, this is where you could be making about $3,700 a month. And a diamond strong would mean you have 8 coaches, but every single one of those coaches are emerald too. You know, so it's like taking that emerald strong, but then you hit diamond because everybody is an emerald. So you have at least 8 coaches, 8 emerald coaches on your team, 4 on each side. That's where you're gonna hit the rank and hit the money, and they're gonna equal. So, but really, I know it sounds very complicated, and I hope I'm not scaring or confusing anybody. But really, it just comes down to me helping you become an emerald and earning the volume of selling not just a challenge pack, like if somebody and helping people stay on Shakeology, figuring out a system to help, you know, I don't know if it's incentives or, you know, we in our challenge groups. What about like in our challenge groups, every like once a week we post a benefit of Shakeology, like taking a ingredient, you know, like the maca or Shadandra or whatever, you know, like taking one of the ingredients and saying, this is why Shakeology is so awesome because it has this ingredient. So it gets people excited, you know, and telling stories and, you know, why other than just weight loss, you know what I mean? Like, so we want to keep people to stay on Shakeology, and we want to be able to get people into other products that are not just, and we have to become, I need to come up with some trainings, or we need to figure out some way where we learn about all of our products. Like when I said that we have skincare, Lee looked at me like I was crazy. She'd never heard that. That's my fault. Like this is stuff that I need to share with you guys. We have a derm exclusive line. I used to use it all the time. I mean, we have other things. We have vitamins. We have a thing called Activate. I didn't even know it was still here. I thought they discontinued it, but it's still there, you know. Now we have Daily Sunshine. You know, we have different things that we can share with our customers for their needs, not just focusing on challenge packs or Success Club. You know what I mean? And if people just want the workouts, we could just give them the workouts. Or if they already have workouts, we have Performance Line. You know, one of the things that she mentioned in that video was, and I didn't even realize that, you know, they can, maybe somebody doesn't want to actually do the Ultimate Reset, but the supplements that go with Ultimate Reset are really good for your gut health. I don't know anything about that. I absolutely know nothing. I've done the Ultimate Reset twice, but I didn't realize that you could take the supplements that go with the Ultimate Reset to help with your gut. So this is something that I need. So that was that call. And it was really eye-opening. It was like, you know, and I do that. I know I do that where, you know, somebody gets on Shakeology, they buy a challenge pack, and it's kind of like, hey, you know, if you want to cancel it, okay, doesn't matter. Next person, because I need that point. I'm not, you know, working on them to say, hey, you need to stay on Shakeology because it's for your health. It's a vitamin. You don't stop taking your multivitamins. So and that's what it was, like really eye-opening. And she gave a couple of PV ideas of how to get that 500 PV monthly. And this is monthly, not weekly. And you guys know, if you guys ever see, I do those top 10s. You know, I do and I'm going to get better at that. I need to be more consistent at doing that. But to be on the top 10, it's about your PV. That's how I figure out who's going to be in the top 10. So I get everybody in the downline, I run a report, and next week, Shannon requests, which is really smart, I'm going to teach you how to run reports. Now, you have to also remember, when we get the new system in a couple of months, this is going to be obsolete, but at least for right now, I can teach you how to run these reports. Hold on. So as a team, we do recognize PV, right? I do recognize, weekly PV. And so it's the top 10 PV earners for the previous week. So like on Thursday, I run the report and I send it to my sister-in-law because she's the one that I taught her how to do the report. And then she sends me the names back. So so it's the top 10 PV earners of that week. And then also too, I add in, it also factors in how many coaches they signed up. So like, let's say somebody had like the top 10 of PV, the top one had 900 points and somebody on the number 7 had 500 points. But if that person who had 500 points signed up 4 coaches, they'll beat the top one. So it's like, first I look at the PV from the previous week, and then I add how many coaches that they signed up that previous week. And that's how I figure out the top 10. So that's one way, one way we recognize PV, and you guys see the monthly PV too. I list, and we have the 1,000 club and the 500 club. So what I do is I look to see who had at least 1 week in the month that earned over 1,000 PV. So I go by week on there. And so that's how you get into the 1,000 PV section of the shout out. And then whoever had 500, between 500 and 999, 1 week in the month, and that's how they get on that. So that's how I do the recognition for PV. So Milan gave 3 ideas on how to become a 500 PV coach. And this is a 500 PV coach for the month, not for the week. This is just for earning 500 PV for the month. And so the first idea was called Teach the Find Your Healthy Formula. So that means like me teaching you figuring out, you teach your team how to find the healthy formula, which is when you're talking to people, talking to them about joining your challenge group, you're asking them, what's your favorite way to exercise? How's your nutrition and diet been? Do you have a buddy or support system? Are you open to try something? So by you using these types of questions, of course, you use your own language, you know what I mean? As you make the conversation, it's not like an interview. You're having a conversation with the people you're talking to, but you're figuring out that person's healthy formula. They say they don't have a favorite way to exercise. Boom, we have all access. They have everything from Tai Chi to crazy insanity. You know what I mean? Like they got something. They already have a workout. Okay, boom, we go to the next one. How's your nutrition and diet been? Talk about, we have meal plans for every workout. We have the portion control. We have Shakeology. You know what I mean? If they're already working out, then they have the performance line. The third question is, do you have a buddy or support team? A lot of people fail. I don't know if you guys remember this or had this problem. I know I did before I actually started running challenge groups. Being in the test group was the first time I've ever been a challenger. In 8 years. The first time I've ever been a challenger. And so that, for me, that was so eye-opening. It was really cool to actually have somebody not challenge me, but be my coach. You know what I mean? I've never had that experience before. But, having that buddy system, and providing that buddy system, that support system for people is very, very crucial because so many people don't have that, right? Like so many people do not have the circle of people. I know when I started and I first wanted to start losing weight, 10, 12 years ago, nobody around me wanted that. Or if they did, they were assholes in the gym. Nobody wanted to help you, and they were like, wait, you know what I mean? So it made you feel like you're an idiot. I know for me, it made me feel like an idiot. I was just like, well, you suck. I don't want to come here. I'm going to go sit on the treadmill. Or, so a lot of people, and to this day, a lot of people don't have that support system, or they come home and their husbands buy a whole bunch of Dunkin' Donuts, or, you know what I mean? Like they don't have anybody to get their back. And if you guys are yes, I think everybody in here is in our Sister Slay group. I mean, holy moly, we got each other's back in that group. Like that is like amazing group. I love that group. So, and I posted that tip today too about we need to start sharing what's going on in our groups, not just the successes of the befores and the afters and stuff like that, but like, why is our group so cool? Why do they want to join? Because if we share all that, all during the week get challenger spotlights and what they're doing for us and what we're doing for them, then when we do the call to action, they're going to know what we're calling them to act on. Before, if we don't, they're like, people don't still to this day don't know what a challenge group is, especially now that we're going into the UK. They really don't know what this is, you know? So us constantly sharing stories and how it's helping us and stuff like that. That's something I heard from the social team builder yesterday. I was like, I never do that. There's a lot of things that I don't do. I'm getting better, guys, though. I'm getting better. And then, you know, asking them if they're open to stuff. You know, I had somebody saying, I've been doing this, and I go to the gym, and I blah, blah, blah. And so somebody like, well, what do you need me for? I was really confused what they needed me for. I'm like, are you open to, you know, something new? And they're like, yes, you know, I've been doing this for 3 months. I haven't had any results. Oh, okay. You know what I mean? So asking them if they're open to do something new. And, you know, by you figuring out their healthy formula is going to help you feel more confident, you know, and the more you do this with different people, you can even practice with your friends and family, right? Like if you haven't really gotten to the groove of doing this, or you're just really, really brand new, going with your friends and family, like practicing with them, it's a good way to learn how to ask the questions. I have scripts. I have a whole document of different questions that you can ask, you know, to pull ideas out of. So that is the 500 PV idea number 1, of figuring out that person's health system. Number 2 PV idea is, like I said earlier, the challenge pack is our best solution. And not because we're getting 2 points, but because it really is the best solution for them. Like the All Access Challenge Pack for $160, getting the 600 programs and meal plans and the cooking show, and you guys know what we get. You know what I mean? And it's really so amazing. And then now that we know that the 160 isn't going away next month, you know what I mean? Like it's a really amazing thing. So that's another. So if you can get 6 customers on the challenge pack, that you're getting your 500 PV, you know, and then you get 6 customers, you're hitting a Success Club 12. So it's like, but you have to first lead with the idea that is the best solution for them. Now, if they say they don't want the Shakeology, they don't want the performance line, maybe they want the workouts, or maybe they don't need the workouts, they need, you know what I mean? Like you lead with that. If they're kind of hesitant, or they say, then you still we have so many other things. It may not get us Success Club points, but it will get them solutions for their healthy formula, and we get the volume. So we have to not stop at them saying no to the challenge pack, and continue asking questions of what they need and how we can, you know, help them with their journey. The third one, which I think ties in really, really good, especially when we're trying to expand our network and talking to family. And it's asking friends and family to support you and to get feedback. Now, when she said this in that call, I was like, oh my God, this is so great. Not only is it getting your friends and family involved, not having to get the big packages or whatever, they can try so many different things, but it's going to help you practice finding that healthy solution, you know, doing the talking with them and stuff like that. It's going to get you some real testimonials, especially if you're brand new, you don't have experience, you don't have stories to share yet, you know, like if you don't have a lot of stories to share, but if you can get your family to jump on board just to try something, so that you can have something to share with people, because it's all about sharing, you know, like sharing people's stories and experiences and why this works and stuff like that. So what she said, asking friends and family support and feedback, and say something like this: I'm doing something that matters to me. Here's why. I'm asking the people closest to me for support and feedback. With some of the products I'll be recommending, are you open to helping me with this? So basically you're just saying, hey, can you help me? Like there's all these different things, different products that I would love for you to try out. Try it out for me and let me know what you think. So the list on here was Shakeology for $90, for 90 PV. If they don't want to do home direct, they would, whatever. This is not about you getting Success Club points. This is about you getting some feedback and getting some volume. Asking them if they want to try Shakeology. Asking them if they want to try Daily Sunshine. Asking them about the performance stack, whether it's the Energize or Recover or Recharge, you know, if they want to try the Ultimate Reset Digestion, you know what I mean? Like those supplements that helps with the gut, not getting the whole 21, doing the whole Ultimate Reset, but like just the supplements for their stomach. Derm Exclusive, like we have, it's a facial wash, it's a toner, it's a thing to get rid of wrinkles. I mean, there's a whole line of facial stuff. It's not for anybody that has acne issues, but if you're just like, you know, anti-aging, it's really, really good for that. 3-day refresh, you know, that's another really quick thing they can try. Just getting the all access on demand, just the $99 one, you know, just trying it out or whatever. So these are just different products that you can ask friends and family to try out, so that you're telling them, this is really important to me. I'm really trying to make this business, and I need some testimonials. I need people to try this out for reals and let me know what's going on. And then, but like I said, not only that, but then you're getting your family healthy, you know? So it's like, to me, it's like a win-win situation. I think this would work really good, you know, especially if you're brand new, you're just trying to get your footing. That's a way to get the 500 PV, you know, and getting your people in there. So those are just a couple ideas. And of course, the, you know, expand your network, like those questions that, you know, I would love for you guys to actually, on the previous training from Beachbody, like figure out who your avatar is, like who are you talking to? And there's no right or wrong answer. You know, just figuring out who yours are. You know, hold on real quick. Where did I do with it? Did I not? Anybody have any questions? Did I just like completely bore you, or just like I talked way too much that you have no idea what I'm talking about, and you're like, I don't want to do this anymore, I quit?
Giving good information.
Good. So. Anybody else? Robin, you're so quiet. You're my girl. Let me know what you're thinking about all this stuff that I'm telling you. Please.
No, T, it's all good. I'm taking notes. You know, it's all refreshing to me. By the way, the Derm Exclusion skincare is awesome. I was on something very similar, and it was so expensive. And you can get like the whole kit for what you can get like two items for, and you can package it in different packages. So you can get individual items, or you can get a package deal. So yeah. It's awesome.
It worked really good for me for a while, but then I started, I think it was actually, you know what, I probably should try it again. It was right when I I was pregnant with Kaysen, and then my acne came up, because it's not good for acne. Like if you're acne prone, or you have like pimples, or, you know, stuff like that stuff, it's not very good. But if you just anti-aging, you know, whatever, it worked really good. I'm gonna turn the lights on so you guys, I know I like to be romantic with you guys, but I need to turn that on. I'm trying to find my avatar. I wanted to share my avatar with you guys that I have created. I did it through the Social Team Builder training. But like, you know, if you watch the video, like he said, there's so many avatar trainings out there. Really, really is. Where did I do with it? Would probably. It was oh, here it goes. In June. Here, I'm just gonna go back to Canva and download it. So has anybody ever done their own avatar? Do you know what I'm talking about when I say avatar?
Nope.
I know what you're talking about. I haven't done mine. It's whenever I was listening to the training, it seems very simple to me, but I still, thinking that my avatar is going to be somebody like me, but I'm thinking most of the time I'm looking for somebody that's a little opposite for me. I've always been a person that liked to jump around and work out and all that. So I'm thinking that type of person is going to be, no, maybe it can be a coach. I don't know.
It could be, but also too, when you're thinking about the avatar, and it's something that I had that same problem when I was going through different other trainings about figuring my avatar. I couldn't figure out my avatar. But what doing with the Social Team Builder one, the way that they explain it, like it's not you or something. It has to be the person that you can help the most.
Yeah, it just clicked on me. It's like the same interest, so you can actually not be fake, but you have these same interests already, like football and whatever,
Yes.
and that and get your way into. I got it. It just clicked.
Yeah. Okay. So I'm going to share, because I really think knowing who you're talking to, not only is it good, especially when you're doing your boosted ads, but it also helps you figure out what your posts should be. Because if you know who you're talking to, then you know what they're going to like and what they're going, you know what I mean? Like, and so I'm just going to share.
A picture also?
What was that?
Did you create a picture with your avatar?
I created just like a cartoon character with people, because I don't have a mold of what somebody's supposed to look like, but I know what they're going to like. Like, I know what's the inside. It doesn't matter what they look on the outside. So let me show you. This is the way they do it in the Social Team Builder. They have you do two different, like a basic and then a really detailed one. So let me show you one. Here, I'm going to share screen. Sorry, guys that are on the phone, but here we go. Okay, do you guys see that?
Yeah.
Okay, so this is my general one. So she's a female and she's between 30 and 48.
T, can you tell me what the avatar is? I'm sorry.
I'm sorry. So avatar, basically it's your targeted audience. Like, it's that one perfect person that would or becoming your coach. It's that person that you're going to relate to, that you're going to want to work with, and that you can help. So like I said in the very beginning, it's like, if you try to talk to everybody, you're talking to nobody. So you have to figure out who you're talking to, so that you can talk to that person and they can relate to you, and you will stand out among the white noise. Like, I'm listening to a book right now by Seth Goldman. What's his name? Golden, thank you. He's boring as hell. I'm not going to lie. I'm not doing that thing. I still owe people money from the last person I suggested. I will put you that, Brandon and Carmen. I got you. I'm good for it. You know where I live. but he's really boring. But though his voice is boring, but what he's saying is really good, and it's the purple cow. So it's basically saying, like, the first time you see a cow, in the pasture somewhere, it looks really beautiful. But, after a mile of seeing cows, you don't even notice them anymore because they're boring. But all of a sudden, if there's a purple cow, you're going to notice that purple cow. So that's what we have to be, is become, out of all this noise on social media and stuff like that, is we have to be that purple cow. But the only way you're going to be that purple cow is to a certain person, because you're going to stand out and you're going to relate to that person. You know what I mean? Even if you're crazy and you do all this crazy stuff to get attention, but if I don't relate to you, or I don't like the way you're getting attention, you're still going to be a cow. And yeah. So this is mine. So like I said, I figured out I work very good with 30 to 48-year-olds. They would like dancing, social events, and home gatherings, talking, cooking, finer things, one-stop shopping, bling, and hair. Like, this is the things that that they would like, that we could talk about. You know what I mean? That we would have a good conversation about. They would dislike shopping, because I hate shopping. I hate going to the mall. They would dislike Dr. Oz, because seriously, if you listen to Dr. Oz, we can't be friends. Like, I really cannot be friends with somebody who listens to Dr. Oz. I can't help it. Doesn't like racism, doesn't like gyms, doesn't like reality TV. I don't like reality TV,
Yeah.
I mean, I got into it after a while, but then it's like, just not into it. Fanatics about anything. Like, I don't like extremists, or whiners. I'm not very good with whiners. I can't handle it. And their qualities that they would have, they'd be outgoing, they'd be stubborn, they'd be an overachiever, they'd believe in God, they could be a mom, a wife, they're loyal, messy, funny, hard worker, doers, analytical, humble, and hustler. So these are just things that, this is you. This is what you're going to have. And if you look at everybody that's on here, pretty much fits this category. Now that I've looked at everybody on here.
I got a question for you.
Yeah.
So what's the difference between one-stop shopping and then disliking shopping?
One-stop shopping means you go get it done. You don't go like window shopping. Like, I don't like going to the mall and like, I'm going to go in and get in. I'm going to order it online, and I'm done.
So you don't like stores.
Yes. I don't like going to the mall. I just like, if I can, if I go to the store, like I can't do like Ross because there's stuff.
No, Target, I love.
Yeah, because there's an outfit already made. Like if there's a mannequin and there's an outfit, I'll take all that.
So basically, you're a man when it comes to shopping. The whole shop, the hunter or gatherer.
Yes, I've been called a man many times. Okay, so that is, so you see, I hope that's getting like some juices flowing of like what, you got to be thinking about. And then so
then how do you use this? So how do you use your avatar to basically go out and to talk to people through social media?
I'm posting. You know what I mean? I'm going to be posting to this lady. You know what I mean? And honestly, too, some of the people that I'm meeting, then I know that I'm not going to work well with them now. Like the first message, I'm like, oh, I am not following. You're not going on my follow-up list. Because that's the great thing about this business, that we get to pick who we're going to put in our challenge groups. We get to pick who we're going to work with, and so it just gives you like a focus of, hey, what are you doing? Did what? Kason, don't do that, please. I'm taking that thing away from you. I'll deal with you in a minute. So and it helps me with my posts. It helps me when I'm like what I'm talking about on Facebook and my ads, like as I'm doing, who I'm going to target to create my ad to like my page. You know what I mean? Like, and so that's what I do. So that's the general one. And so like when I'm in my brain, when I'm thinking about what I'm talking about or whatever, I'm having this in my head. And so basically it comes to that whole manifesting thing too. You're putting that out there. That's who you're going to, have. And really, like, if I really feel like, even though you may not post it, but if this is who you're wanting, that's who you're going to bring. Like it has been working since I've done this. This is really, it's what it is. Let me see, new share or stop share. And okay, here's I'm going to give you one more just to kind of give you okay. So here is the more detailed one. So Shannon and Carmen, you guys are all in Social Team Builder. You guys know this, and I think I shared it in our pod before too. So this is like a really detailed thing. So like I said, I mean, I don't have to read it all out to you, but basically it's like a mom of two who is married or in a relationship. She's a stay-at-home mom, but before children, she did graduate from college or had some sort of manager or lead position in corporate America. She likes nice things, but I messed that up. Basically, I was supposed to say she likes nice things and always looks for ways to afford them. Like she cannot afford them, but she figures out how to get them, is what I was trying to say there. She likes one-stop shopping like Target, Costco, Dillard's, Guess. Like you get everything. You get shoes, purse, you get everything in one spot. She'd rather shop online, Amazon, Venus, Fabletics. These are my stores. She has about 20 to 60 pounds to lose because I still want somebody that I can help, right? So she has about, some weight to lose. Not sure how to start or where to find the time. She doesn't want to go to the gyms. She's not into coupons. That's why she likes Target Wheels. I don't do coupons.
Yes.
I don't do coupons. She likes to travel to beaches. So she's always having a savings account or trying to have a savings account. She has enough income to pay bills but wants more to save. She's surviving, not thriving. She likes to cook but needs quick, easy, healthy family meals. She believes in God, but not too sure about religion. She loves having cocktails and wines. She's looking for herself. So this is like,
this is me.
Pretty sure all you guys are like, that's me.
Except for the mom of two. I'm like, pretty much this is me.
Yeah, there you go. Okay, so that's what, it's kind of funny. This is, I'm going to stop the share here, but I'm definitely going to go to the social team and be like, I just shared my avatar with my team and everybody realizes that it was them. Pretty much. So hi, avatars.
that working on this myself has sort of helped me when I'm posting on social media to really think about, is what I'm saying going to resonate with that person that is my avatar? And if it's not, then I'm wasting a post and it's not going to be meaningful and it's not going to resonate and I'm not going to get any interaction on those posts. And when I go back and look at my page and look at those posts where I was like, oh my God, I haven't posted on social media today, I better throw something up there. Those are the posts that aren't getting any traction at all because I wasn't really putting any thought into whether or not it was going to resonate with who my avatar is and those people. And I don't think about it enough. So, you know, it's like every other post or so is a flop. And it's because I'm not really, you know, thinking about whether or not I'm adding any value and speaking to the right people. And I've been trying really hard the last couple of weeks to be a little bit more unfiltered and a little bit more real and a little less staged with what I'm putting out on social media. And that's helping too. People are starting to sort of see that, you know, I'm just a regular, everyday, normal person. Not every single picture I post is just me smiling with, you know, here I am in a smile and here I am again with the same smile. And
technology, here I'm working out, you know, like
right. And that's hard because that's what we want to share. We get excited that, you know, we've got this new business and we're putting ourselves out there and, you know, here's my shake, like you said. And when you run out of things to post, that's what we end up doing, right? Is taking the selfies of our workouts and stuff. And I still post a lot of that, but I'm also posting a little bit more. I mean, last night I was holding a Brussels sprout and I'm like, hey, you know, how do you guys make your Brussels sprouts? Because every time I make them, I just roast them. Give me some ideas. I want some other stuff. And I got a whole bunch of people who were giving me all their feedback. And the same with, I tried on some clothes over the weekend and posted a few things about, you know, this or this, which do you like better? Everybody wants to give their opinion on things. So if you ask people for feedback and you know, which do you like better, they're going to give you that feedback. And then that gives you something to then go start a conversation and talk with them about. So I don't know, just open that door for conversations and it seems to be working. It's helping. I mean, I haven't sold anything in the last week, but I've got a lot of conversations going and I've got a lot of people interacting with me from 3 months ago that I haven't heard from, who are now, they've been watching me be consistent for the last 3 months and now they're starting to ask some questions. So I've got to keep being consistent. And I think
I will say this, Carmen, your posts are amazing. Your facial expressions. I want to be like, seriously, what you gonna do with that Brussels sprout? I literally be looking at you like, damn, how does she? I'm like, my face would probably look like, why does she look like that? And your face would look more like exciting, and like mine would be like, she got something wrong with her. I commend you.
That's how I felt this morning. I've been trying to go live more. It hasn't been working for me, this whole going live thing. And so this morning I decided I was going to go live and I was going to talk about personal development. And for whatever reason, Facebook captured me with this crazy look on my face. And I'm like, are you kidding me? This is what you give me for my still shot. But hey, whatever. It's out there. We'll see if it gets any traction.
You know, Facebook be playing with us because I have a lot of them like, you know what I'm saying? I'm like, really? Like, and then I try to go switch the still shot. I'm like, none of these are cool. Thank you. But I think that comes back to the realness and like going live to you guys is another thing that Facebook, getting people out there, getting people to know who you are so that you can become that perfect cow, you know, like, and thinking about things. And I know for myself, like trying to peel back those layers and letting people get on certain things is not my forte. Wanting other people's opinions on things is really not my forte either, but I know that people want to give their opinion. I'm like, so then I'll get mad. I'm like, what did you just say? Oh, wait a minute. I did ask for your opinion. Okay, stop. You asked for it, you know what I mean? But I just know that that's gonna build trust, that's going to build interaction. The more people that are talking on your posts, then that means Facebook's like, oh, people care about what she's saying, so I'm gonna show it to more people. Because we have to get ourselves out there to people so that we find the person that we're going to work the best with that needs our help, because they are out there. You know what I mean? There is so many people out there. And yeah, the initial people that we talk to are going to want quick fixes, and they want to take a tea, they want to take a wrap, they want to put their butts and things that pick them up. And, you know, they want to do all this different stuff. But if they start seeing like constantly, you know, like, and then some people are just not going to dig us. You know, some people, I had this one lady, I have been talking to this woman for probably 5 or 6 years. She lives, she even, I don't know how I friend requested her a long time ago, but she lives in Havasu where my parents live. And she even knows my mom, because my mom, she works at the Walgreens where my mom gets the pictures developed. So she's like, oh, I saw your pictures, your mom brought it. I mean, like, so she knows who I am. She knows whatever. And then I find out that she joined somebody else's challenge group. I'm like, are you, what? Okay. And then she comes and tells me, and I'm like, okay, you know. And then, you know, that was a couple years ago. And then now asked me about coaching, but she's going to join somebody else. Like, it was just like, and then this morning she goes, I joined to be a coach. I was like,
wow, really?
Why are you telling me? Like, you didn't join with me. Like, I wasn't the person for her. You know what I mean? Like, the person she joined lives there in Havasu. You know, she has a similar story. So whatever the family, I know she has some family story history, you know what I mean? And the lady had that same story that she had. So you know, but if we don't keep putting ourselves out there, sharing our stories, getting a little bit more vulnerable, being a little bit more real, you know, and, you know, maybe even being a little bit more controversial, you know, not being like crazy, you know, but I mean, just things that are important to us, not just putting it out there because we're trying to make attraction, but things that may be important to you, or, you know, that you feel have really strong emotions about or whatever, that's going to attract people that are going to believe you, you know what I mean? And not always smiling. You know, one of the things that they said, I don't know, Carmen, if you saw the one from yesterday on the social team builder. And again, you guys, if you have the money for the social team builder and you were willing to commit to it, because I have a lot of people that are in a social team builder that spend the money that still haven't done any of the stuff. But I don't even, do you remember how much it was, Carmen?
It's just under $300. It's like $297 or something like that.
But it's a lifetime subscription, so you pay that, and anytime something changes, they're going to be you get it for a lifetime. It's not like you just buy it and it's a course and it's done. Like, you're in this group forever. You can ask questions. Like, they always have these Zoom chats where they go over other people's pages. They can pick. I'm still trying to figure out how they can pick my page. I'm like, somebody pick my page. I need some help. But it is worth it. It really is if you do it. I bought it. I think me and Shannon bought it probably in the beginning of the year. I did nothing with it until June. So, and now I'm like, I mean, Carmen, not that I have done my numbers for challenge packs or whatever, coaches haven't increased, but since I actually started doing the training and did the ad training in June till probably, I think I looked on Sunday, I have increased my Facebook page by 3,000 followers.
Wow, that's a lot.
Yeah. I need to fix my content is my problem. I need to fix that so that I'm relating to these people, you know what I mean? And so that people are trusting me, and I need to talk more about my challenge groups, not just the weight loss, but like why it's important, and, you know, stuff like that. But it's one of the things that they talked about. They critiqued somebody last night and they're like, you're smiling in every single picture. Like, it's not good, you know, every picture you're smiling. Like, even if her, whatever she was talking about was something that was sad or serious, she was still smiling. You know, like, your picture has to match what you're talking about, you know? And, you know, she said something about, I remember, the girl that they talked about said, she goes, curly hair women, I need help. What should I do? And it was just a picture of her with her hair in a bun with Shakeology. They're like, what does the Shakeology have to do with your hair? Like, this is a really good question. They could get a lot of feedback. You know what I mean? A lot of people, because like Carmen said, people want to give their opinion, and people want to give their help, but you're sitting there with a thing of Shakeology. What? This is not placement product anymore. Like, before, last year, 2 years ago, yes, we did placement product all the time. If you were talking, you had a thing of Shakeology over here. That worked because people were asking about it. That doesn't work anymore. right? It's all about that curiosity marketing now, you know, like not saying the things so that people want to know what you're talking about. Why is this working? You know, kind of thing. So, I mean, it was really good just to like, I've never really done a Zoom chat. Listened to one of their Zoom chats, and last night, I don't know, it was on my news feed. God said, you need to watch this. I was like, oh, shoot. That's what I do. I'm always smiling, like, you know, and everything's all happy-dory. And so that's why today, I don't know if you saw my post, like today I was struggling. I had other things that were going on, and I was struggling with my workout. That's why I went on our sister group. I was like, you guys help me with these last 4 minutes. I wanted to quit really bad. And I took that picture and I shared that, you know, it's like trying to be a little bit real, you know, sharing a little bit about my frustration when I was growing up with having to pick which box when I did those tests, you know, so I'm trying to get that out there. Not every people are seeing it, again, just like with their fitness posts and stuff like that. Maybe not everybody's liking it, but people are seeing. What you doing, boy? Oh my goodness, he's so upset. I'm sorry. You guys, we're gonna have a Kinder Egg, okay? When we're done. Actually, girls, it's 7:30.
Yep.
7:30. Okay, so I hope this was helpful. I know. Robin, give me a couple months, okay, honey? And then we're only going to be 2 hours. Give me a couple months. And it's only going to be 2 hours. Hey, not yet. Thank you. Okay, so I hope this was helpful. I hope we got some ideas. I like I said, we're going to do this every Tuesday, okay? So be ready. I will record these. What I'm trying to think, what else was I going to say? I'm going to try to record these. We're going to have topics. Next week, I'll be talking about reports. You know, I'm going to show you guys how to use reports on your, hi, Kate.
Cute.
Okay, you can stay with me, baby. I'm going to teach you guys how to run reports in your back office so you can see where your volume is. You can see where your team's volume is, you know, because I know that a lot of people don't know how to do that, you know, and it's not easy. Believe me, that thing is not user-friendly when you're doing reports and stuff. So we'll talk about that and then talk about any other questions that you may have. What's up, Carmen?
That's great. And I think it's good that we go over that, but how many, I mean, and maybe it's just me, how many of us actually have a team that we need to be worried about that at this point?
Well, you need to know
maybe all of you do, but I don't have
it won't take
I'm not doing very much, so I don't really have anything to report on. You know what I mean? Like I need to know how to get that stuff going.
So you need to know where your volume is too. Do you know how to look at your volume?
Oh yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm good with that. But
okay.
And maybe like I said, it's just me. I'm more on like, okay, I need to get some sales before I even have anything to report on.
It won't take the whole hour. That's what I was gonna say. Like, well, I'm gonna go over there briefly. Babe, I want to send you so we'll go over that, and then I was gonna say we can go over more of like how. I don't know. What do you guys want to go over next week? I mean,
I think the building of the Emerald, that sounded really, really, really good. Because I mean, if we can get 2 coaches and then that other person get 2 coaches, and how do we create that?
Perfect.
I think that would be a really good topic to spend some really good time on and like really break it down.
Okay. Then that's what we'll do next week. We'll talk about building emeralds. And so we're also going to talk about your avatar because you're not.
Yeah.
Because you need to figure out who's going to be joining your team, you know? Yeah. So we definitely need to.
Maybe that'd be homework. Maybe we can all like come up with our avatar before the next call next Tuesday.
I want to see your avatar next Tuesday and your dream team that we're going
to.
Wait, dream team?
Dream team.
Thanks, Tanya.
You're welcome, Lee.
Okay, so your dream team at my elders will tell you your dream team is at least 5 people that you would love to be on your coaching team. Like not somebody that is going to be a discount coach. You know what I mean? Like 5 people that is going to be on your team that you've been wanting to ask.
Yes.
But you get too scared to.
Living and alive, or just alive?
They have to be alive.
They have to be alive. Oh, okay. Do I actually have to know them?
Because I'm thinking Oprah, you know.
Well, first of all, Oprah the week, so we're not even going there. Oprah the podcast. Actually, I take that back. She didn't like Chalene Johnson, but she liked Shakeology. It was in her old magazine.
Oh wait, Chili. Can I have Chili? Because I know she does Shakeology and all that other stuff.
You know she's a coach.
Yeah, I know.
She's a coach. So somebody already asked her. That was on and they asked her, and she said yes. Can you imagine if you asked the person on your dream team? I still don't know how she did that. That was crazy. But yeah, so your dream team that you're going that we can ask, you know what I mean? And your avatar, because the only way that you're going to become an emerald is signing up people to join your team, you know? And if you can do that, then that inviting those people to join your team, then when you sign up a coach, you're going to teach them to do the exact same thing, to go find their dream team and talk to them.
Okay. Same time next week?
Yes, same time next week. I'll put another event in the group.
Okay.
Bye, guys. I'll talk to you guys later. Thank you for coming on.
Bye.